Assalamualaikum and welcome to 4570 Financial News Special Report. In today's broadcast, we will be covering two important financial reporting standards, that is MFRS 8 Operating Segment and MFRS 134 Interim Financial Reporting. For Part A, our team will analyze segment reporting using real example from Farmfresh Berhad and Astro Berhad. These are Malaysian listed companies with diverse operating segment. And for Part B, we will take a closer look at the interim financial reporting of Farmfresh Berhad, focusing on significant event and its quarterly reporting periods. Before we begin, let me introduce our reporting team.
Before we begin, let's start with a brief introduction to MFRS 8 operating segments. MFRS 8 is a Malaysian financial reporting standard that requires companies to disclose information about their operating segments. The purpose of this standard is to help users of financial statement understand the company's different business activities and the economic events in which those activities operates. In simpler terms, MFRS 8 ensures that large companies provide transparent information about each major part of their business, such as different products, service or geographical operations, so that investors and analysts can evaluate performance more accurately.
Alright, now I will present to you about the roles of the CODM, which is the chief of the decision making. So usually this person will be review the operating result so that they can evaluate their performance, how the business segment performance, and allocate their resources to the segments efficiently. So usually they will focus more on the segments that give the best profitability and the best performance of the for the company. And CODM can be represented either by the CEO, CFO, Board of Directors, or COO. So now I will give two example CODM that our group chose based on two companies which are from Farmfresh and also Astro. So for the Farmfresh, CODM is by the Group Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer. So he is the one that will review the internal management reports for the Malaysians and Australian operations. So next is Astro. So CODM for the Astro is by the Board of the Directors, and that person holds the independent non-executive chairman. So he is the one that will review the internal management reports for the television segments, radio segments, and other non-reportable segments. So these key people are the one make the decisions and guide the company direction.
Now let's go through to the type of segmentation. First is business segment report and second is geographical segment report. A business segment report shows how company perform based on what it sells. It separates the business into different product or service group like dairy, beverage or snack. So we can easily see which product line is doing well and which one is not. Next is geographical segment. A geographical segment, on the other hand, focus on where the company operates. It divides performance by location such as Malaysia, Singapore or Indonesia. This helps us understand which country brings more revenue and which region has higher risk. This is the example of business segment report. This information is taken from Astro Berhad and the company report its performance based on operating segment, which include television, radio and other small business activities. The television segment remain the main focus as it covers content creator, broadcasting and digital media service, while radio segment contribute through broadcasting and advertising. The home shopping business has been discontinued and is no longer part of the current year result. The revenue information show that the television segment continue to be the highest contributor, followed by the radio segment, while the removal of the home shopping segment has resulted in a lower total revenue compared to the previous year. This is the statement from Farmfresh Berhad that use geographical segment reporting to present revenue based on the location of customer. From the statement, it can be observed that the company record an overall increase in revenue from the previous year, indicating positive business growth. Malaysia continues to be the main contributor to the company's revenue, followed by Australia, Singapore and other international markets. The first benefit is better risk and diversification analysis. Astro reports 3 segments, that is television, radio and home shopping. From the segmental report, we can see that television is the main source of revenue, but it also carries the most risk because its performance can vary over time. The radio segment is smaller but more stable, and the home shopping segment adds extra diversification to support the group when TV revenue is weaker, but the home shopping segment is discontinued. These breakdowns help investors understand where Astro is strong, where it is exposed to risk, and how each segment contributes to balancing the company's overall performance.
Next, we move to key benefit of geographical segments. Geographical segment reporting helps users see clearly where the company's revenue is generated across Malaysia, Australia, Singapore, and other countries, allowing them to assess market dependence and identify potential risks if the company relies too heavily on one region such as Malaysia. It also highlights growth opportunity by showing year-on-year performance in Australia, Singapore, and the other markets, helping investors and analysts understand which regions are expanding or slowing down. This information supports better strategic decision-making for management and improved transparency for stakeholders by presenting financial results in a way that reflects how the business performs across these different geographical areas. Next, I will continue with MFRS 134 Interim Financial Reporting. MFRS 134 sets out the requirements to preparing and presenting financial statements for an interim period which is shorter than a full financial year, such as quarterly, bi-monthly, or semi-annually reports. The main objective is to provide timely and reliable information about an entity's financial performance and position between annual reporting periods. The standard requires a condensed set of financial statements including a SOFP, profit or loss, and other comprehensive income. The same accounting policies used in the annual financial statements must be applied in interim reports to ensure consistency.
Okay, now I will explain about 2 significant subsequent events that happened to the company FarmFresh after the financial year, which is the first one is on the 3 July 2025, which is the company incorporated a subsidiary. It means that the company expanded its business and tried to create a new subsidiary. The second subsequent event is on the 13th August 2025, which is there is a disposal of 51% equity interest. Another subsidiary to another company there is between the FarmFresh Jomcha Sendirian Berhad with the company Me Trading Sendirian Berhad. Alright, besides me, there is a snippet which is source of reference from the internal report regarding the significant subsequent event for the FarmFresh for the further details.
Before we look at the financial position, it is important to understand the reporting periods used in FarmFresh interim report. For Part B, Question 3, the current interim period is in 3 months ended 30 June 2025, while the comparative period is the 3 months ended 30 June 2024. Since FarmFresh financial year starts on 1st April, both the interim and the cumulative year-to-date figures cover the same 3 months period. Moving on to the financial statements. For the statement of financial position, FarmFresh compared its position as at 30 June 2025 to 31st March 2025, the date of the last audited annual report. For the statement of profit or loss, the company reports its quarterly performance for 30 June 2025 and compares it with the same quarter last year, 30 June 2024. The statement of cash flow also compares the cash movement for the current quarter against the equivalent quarter of the previous year. And finally, the statement of changes in equity presents equity movement up to 30 June 2025 compared with the same period ending 30 June 2024.
Here are the example of financial statement by FarmFresh Berhad.
That's conclude conclude our FAR 570 Financial News Special Report. On behalf of our entire reporting teams, thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay analytical, and we'll see you in the next report. Good night.